There are so many good Ice Cap remixes that I can probably go the rest of the month at least without repeating any. But we'll see how it goes. It's starting to become sort of a tradition, inadvertently. Anyway, hello, I'm Tashtari, and this is my internet television program. So let's see, where are we? First goes to the Brungo, again, third one. He's quite solidly on top of the list at this point. Last Saturday, we learned the significance of 22 minutes, which I think is going to end up being important, or has, by another measure, has been important the entire game, whether I realized it or not. Talking about the Nomai looking to find out whether they can rewind time by exactly 22 minutes. Why exactly they chose 22 minutes is beyond me, but hopefully it won't stay that way for long. We learned that the Ash Twin project explains that series of towers on Ash Twin, which are buried in sand but get slowly revealed over the course of the cycle. That it has warps to each of the individual planets. And the sun, strangely enough. I'm not sure what that one's going to be useful for, but, except for a quick death, if we happen to be looking for such things. But we learned how to meditate, so we don't need quick deaths anymore. And we also did a little exploration of Giant's Deep, found the Statue Workshop, or the Statue Factory, or Statue Foundry, or something like that. Before we got launched up into space and accidentally crashed against some rocks. So that's I go into each of these streams wondering what kind of progress I'm going to make, and I always seem to make some. So I'll take that as a good sign. I have not gotten stalled yet, even if I've gotten close. Hopefully this time we won't have any airplane noises. We had a little bit of an audio bug last time. I think it might have been due to me having desktop audio turned on rather than muted as it should be. But we'll see. It was an interesting phenomenon, and we could just blame it on Twitch, and so I'll do that for the moment. Anyway, let's play. It made my ship's rockets more thematic. That is true. Always look on the bright side of life. Well, we dream in metric here, so it's probably that 2.2 kilometer high vibe. I really do like the soundtrack. I forget if I said this before, but it kind of reminds me of Firefly, the combination of sort of folksy instruments with space travel. Anyway, I thought we might head to Ember Twin, just trying it like a couple of times to see if I can find the anglerfish. I almost said statue. Skeleton again. And if I don't make any headway with that, then we can go back to exploring Giant's Deep. Because I don't want to bore anybody, least of all myself. So let's use our primitive autopilot to zoom in on Ember Twin. And like as not, bang into Ash Twin. Safe from banging. is there another ship here? Did I ever figure out why there's another ship here? Let's go have a look. Can I even get into it? No, it's got a thing underneath it. Huh. I mean, it says Outer Wilds Ventures right on it. Is there somebody in it? Can I wave to them? Just realizing I forgot to turn on the heads-up display for the Sunless City. There we go. It's a good long walk from here, so I picked my landing spot aptly. It's nice to feel floaty again. I did not feel floaty on Giant's Deep. I felt heavy and brick-like. Yes, there's that weird thing in the wall, but I don't know what it is. Sort of a landmark. There's the beacon. Once again, follow this guy, hug the left wall, try not to fall into the pit. If I did, that would be a bad sign. Okay, proceed ahead to the room with the stalactites. Proceed forward to the barely there bridge. And up to the spicy doorway. Stepping Stone District. We never did figure out why knocking those little towers of rock over, it doesn't seem to hurt. Like they just piece themselves back together. I think, just to collect my thoughts here for a second, what I ought to do here is when I see that doorway with the little blue sphere in it, I shouldn't go through that, just as tempting as it looks, because that takes me back to the big cavern. And that doesn't seem to be where I want to be. So I should take that as a sign that I've gone the wrong way. Okay. So here we are in Stepping Stone Room. Is there something up here? No. Yeah, so this is the door that doesn't take me where I want to go. Bonk, bank, bonk. Hey, Eminem, what kind of games do I like? That's a good question. For the most part, old games. Like the original Sonics and things like that. As far as games that were released after the PlayStation 2, I think the answer to that is probably somewhere along the lines of, damn it. Alright, fine, go through the door. Old games like Colossal Cave Adventure, and that's a little too old. I think my prime time is mostly in like the 16 and 32-bit era, like the PlayStation and the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. The Sega Genesis being the first, like, hook up to your TV video game system that I ever owned. That was also the 64-bit era. Well, you know what I mean. I didn't own an N64 until much later. If you go to the Stepping Stone Cave, the entrance to the Fossil Fish Cave is easy to see now. No, it's not. Sick with the sticks, that's me. That's what they used to call me. I think I probably bungled it. See, I can't even tell where the doorway I just came through is. This is how bad my sense of direction is. It's really pitiful. Can I ban the porn bots? I don't see any bots. What are you talking about? Or were you making a joke about Brongo? In which case, I apologize for not getting it the first time. Oh, okay. Sorry. Little over my head. Trying to do too many things at once. The one time I did this, there was a way to go up. There was a way to go up, so I didn't have to really worry about the rising sand. I did have to worry about running out of oxygen, which is how I ended up dying that one time. You've never played a Sonic game? Aw, crap. Squish. A dragon-like. That's interesting. What's a dragon-like? Alright, let's go to Giant's Deep. I don't want to repeat that again. And Shenmue. Oh, Shenmue. Heh. I was watching somebody, another streamer, play that for the first time. They were... Or I don't know if it was their first time. It was certainly my first time. But it was an interesting experience because they seem to place a lot of emphasis on the minutia of the character's everyday life, like going to work and earning small amounts of money, which struck me as an interesting choice. Not necessarily a good one, but certainly an interesting one. And I think that it was considered groundbreaking at the time, and it might be one of those things that when you look on it in hindsight, it doesn't turn out to be as good an idea as it was originally thought to be. But you should play a Sonic game, like Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 or something like that. They're actually good, I dare say. Did Sega make any shooters? I'm sure they did, but it's a genre I know next to nothing about, so I couldn't tell you more than that. Okay, to Giant's Deep. That's true. Sonic Adventure is every genre. Which is another one of those decisions that was probably hailed as being groundbreaking at the time, but in hindsight, looks kind of silly. It's also a puzzle game, because you can puzzle what on earth were they thinking. Let's find us an island to land on. Zoom. There's something. What's that? It's kind of evil. It's full of, like, thorns. But it's also got trees. Okay. We've landed here. Am I gonna get eaten by by one of those things? What do you call them? Anglerfish, that's it. Oh, ghost matter, perfect. Our first ghost matter in, on this old island. Trees detected. Boy, we can't jetpack up to anything on this planet, can we? Can I get anywhere from here? Maybe I can swim over there. Oh, Sega Saturn games? Yeah, I don't know much about the Saturn, to be honest. It was kind of that finished third in a two-horse race kind of thing. Yeah, boy, this is kind of evil looking, isn't it? I thought I saw... I know mine, what do you call it there? Possibly not. No my carving, no my engraving. No my inscription, that's the word I'm looking for. 800. That is more than I would have expected. I'll be honest. I know like nothing about this. I think it had like maybe one like Sonic compilation game released for it or something like that. But I don't think there were any like Sonic games of significance on it. Maybe Sonic R was on the Saturn or something like that. Hey Waka. Welcome in. So far this is not yielding much, this landing site. So let's get back in the ship. You do see some games you've played, but usually the arcade or PlayStation version. Yeah, that sounds about right, to be honest. That it would have ports of things ported to, that were ported to multiple systems, just because the publishers didn't want to miss out on a potential market. There's another landmass. Ooh, one with a landing pad. Okay. The PlayStation had bad hardware, so they're probably better on the Saturn. The PlayStation had bad hardware? Oh, we're going inside the planet here. That's positive. This is new. Need a scroll. But did it look old-fashioned in 2000 or whenever it was? Probably before that the PlayStation was in its heyday. This is it. We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giant's Deep for assembly. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. Are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm ever half as gooey as Mallow and Avens behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. If I know my brother, Avens, and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible, I'm worried that the cannon would break under the strain. I propose we give Avens and Mallow a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. Okay. This cavern is pretty. What is this thing? Some kind of a model. If you showed it to an ancient Egyptian, they would say, "Can I see a new model?" And here are more of those logo pad things that we saw at the at that other site that was on Saturday. That's strange. Interesting. Oops. I'm sideways. something over there. Is that a torch? Okay, we have a slate or something. Here's a slate. I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. Why is that red? I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Kisava. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on an indefinite hiatus. Tell Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update. Mallow and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Idea may feel responsible. What are we looking at here? Huh. Oop, we were launched up into the air again. I hope this doesn't mean death. Let's just remain close to the ground until it passes. Oh, okay. Oh. We saw a flicker in that when it was covered by the water. What's up with that? Is it just a reflection? 10 minutes, 35 seconds ago, long-range probe successfully launched from the orbital probe cannon. Okay. Wait a minute. Is that update? 10 minutes, 45 seconds. That does update. So okay. There's lore in this game? Yeah, a little. You hope I'm pulling your locomotive limb. Okay, so as of the beginning of the time loop, a long-range probe is successfully launched from the orbital probe cannon on Giant's Deep. That's happening for some reason, despite the fact that there are no nomai here. Okay. Interesting. Have I been over there already? I don't think I have. Let's walk across. And hope we don't fall off, because that probably means death. Brittle hollow projection stone. Okay, let's walk back. Cassava. Kanoi, Daz, and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. As Kanoi, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Cassava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? Conway, my gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giant's Deep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Conway, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's gravity cannon and one at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Okay, that's good to know. That means we can go to Brittle Hollow and get to the Southern Observatory, which we haven't been to yet, by one of those two trailheads. Though I think we've been to both of those places before. So I don't know if that's going to be a revelation. Let's try sticking in this thing. Yep, this looks like Brittle Hollow. I think these guys would make convenient oxygen sites for themselves. But maybe they don't need oxygen. Maybe they breathe science. Isn't it nice to be somewhere where you're not in danger of being killed by rising sand? Construction yard. This island is where the Nomai built the orbital probe cannon. For some reason, the Nomai put the orbital probe cannon on indefinite hiatus. The cannon was not asked to fire. According to a Nomai computer, a long-range probe was recently launched from the orbital probe cannon. The cannon was not asked to fire, but somehow it later did. Okay. The Nomai at the Southern Observatory constructed a model of Giant's Deep that revealed how an object might sink below the strong ocean current. There are two paths between Brittle Hollow's surface that lead to the observatory. Beneath Brittle Hollow's surface. One starts at the gravity cannon and the other starts at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. The Nomai finished building the final module for the orbital probe cannon and sent it into orbit around Giant's Deep. I used a Nomai projection pool and saw the interior of a space station in orbit around Giant's Deep. Gabbro sees a bright flash in the sky at the start of every loop. Something must be happening in orbit around Giant's Deep. Okay. Interesting. Anything else I haven't looked at yet? Some Nomai children debated bypassing the Statue Workshop store and sneaking inside via an alternate, more dangerous route. I can see into a large cave from one of the ruins on top of the island. The bottom of the cave is filled with water. Okay. I think that's from last time. Let's see if we can find any other interesting islands on this loop. Before? Oh, this is, what's his face's campsite. Hey, time pal, nice weather we're having, huh? Wait, have I used that one before? About to get picked up. We're about to get picked up. God damn it. Stay in a corner. Survive. How does he stay put? And not. They're just chilling. Hello again. Oh, come on. Something. I did find something. I have found things. Why can't I tell him about any of the things that I found? At the start of every time loop I see Bud from here. Statue Island. Have I been there? 2 islands connected by a natural rock arch. I didn't find something cool enough for Gamma. Clearly not. What's up with this planet? Massive and mostly water. No surprises there. There's a strong current. Blah, blah, blah. Count of 4 islands. Cyclones. You get picked up, try to land in water, less likely to kill you. Yeah. I found your ship. Oh, cool. So it's floating in the ocean, huh? Did it look like it was having a good time? Okay. 2 islands connected by a natural arch. I forget if we've seen that already. I mean, the sun's probably going to go north any minute now, but this game is so quirky. That's one word for it, sure. Islands connected by a arch, or most of them anyway. You don't want to hear quirky XP from the guy who likes frog formations. There's that island again. Evil Island. Not made sense into the cycle. This is where we just were. That is Gabbro's Island. That is evil. islands connected by a natural arch. Okay. Ah, okay. Now I remember now. I was here last Saturday. Trying to find a way in was not successful. Can I land the ship on top of the arch? Do I want to do that? We're getting to the point here where the world's going to end at any minute, so might as well try. What can go wrong? Okay. I think I've been here. Trying to test the memory statues tonight. Yeah, we've seen that. This is some more vague directions from the Nomai, who clearly had a much better sense of direction than I do. Didn't use the door and snuck in the other way. You getting picked up? What are the points? Our ship getting picked up. Yep. Okay, that was a reasonably fruitful time loop. I don't always see that moon when I wake up. Is that the quantum moon? If I look away, is it going to go away? Hey, what do you know? Okay. Frog Fractions is fun. I've never played, if you can believe it. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Welcome. Maybe if I ever get channel points, I'll make a redeem through which I can be made to play Frog Fractions. So where to now? Playing Frog Fractions would really jumpstart my streaming career. That's possible. I'll have to see how many people are playing it. Is that the Quantum Moon? If so, I better keep my eye on it. a surface? Wait, did I just clip through it? What? I just clipped through it and it disappeared. What? There it is again. And there it goes again. Just gone. Okay. All right, well, let's go to Brittle Hollow. That's where I go when I'm feeling confused. And want to accidentally perish. Okay, these aren't oxygen-giving trees. Ah, Brittle Hollow, my old friend. It's been a while since I was last here, so I don't... Oh, that's right. Right. Going through this escape hatch doesn't take us to somewhere interesting. It takes us to an appropriately brittle path that doesn't necessarily lead anywhere. This before. Use caution. A black hole. Yeah, I've seen this before. Yes, there is a black hole. Yes, I know. I must not split. I must not split. I must not slip. Do not slip seems like the kind of advice that I've grown to expect from the Nomai. What is this thing? Must not run away. Wait a second, where am I now? Is this a place I've been before? Of note, be sure not to wander far from here. Though this area is somewhat unstable, it's safer than any we've found so far. I'll never beat Brungo % world record at this pace. Yeah, I can believe that. I've already lost like a day and a half to fiddly controls. The temporary settlement is finished, but remember to be cautious of falling rocks and dust created by meteor impacts. How many streams did Brungo take for this game? I don't know. How many? You took 20 hours for base game. Yeah, I probably won't beat that. Okay, well, we're in a new place. That's always encouraging. This knowledge is too dear to lose. Here is everything we can recall about the signal we encountered while aboard the vessel. The signal looked like an eye, round with a circle at the center, much like a pupil. Suppose the signal was looking for something. The signal was older than the universe itself. This is the most significant detail. You streamed the DLC, took 3 streams. Brunko would have hated this if he was streaming, you think? Would have hated what? He'd be too self-conscious to be gripped by it. Maybe. No Nomai clan has ever encountered anything like it. How can anything in this universe be older than the universe itself? Imagine what rare and profound knowledge it might offer. We must find this eye of the universe. Okay. What is that big splotch on the wall? I don't think I can translate it. Nothing to explore here. 50 hours for Final Fantasy Tactics. I put him in an endurance test. Wait, it took Brunko 50 hours to play Final Fantasy Tactics? I must have been enjoying it so much I didn't notice. Ooh, there's some gravity walls over there. Given concerns about our settlement's stability, where should we construct a new, less temporary shelter? I believe we should migrate to the northern glacier. Building beneath the crust again would shelter us from the volcanic moon's eruptions. What if we use gravity crystals to craft a stable path? We need to stay close to the escape pod so Felix can monitor incoming messages. We can't be rescued if we aren't present to respond. I don't believe anyone is coming to save us, Thatch. Now we must save ourselves. I agree. We're here because the eye's signal called to us and we followed. If we're to find it, we need not merely survive, but thrive. This is a wise point, Plume, and eloquently made. If moving to the northern glacier will keep us safer, then that is what we should do. Okay. Oh no! I was using that. Son of a diddly. this fucking planet. Okay. Now what? Can I jetpack across there? Oh, I'll try. Probably not, though. Hey, I can. I hope that wherever I'm going has oxygen. Yes, I can hear you breathing. That's where I came from. I'm almost dead. Come on, trees. Damn it. Alright, well, we gotta try that again. Gasp. So looking closer at this, that thing that was fired by the... Where did it go? Have I been able to see that before and I just haven't paid attention? At some point, I should probably explore more of Timberhearth. But not right now. Right now, I'm thinking about Brittle Hollow. Actually, let me look at ship's log first. Old settlement. The Nomai constructed a temporary settlement beneath their crashed escape pod. The Nomai worked together to recall an eye-shaped signal they encountered while aboard the vessel. The signal was somehow older than the universe itself. The Nomai decided to call it the Eye of the Universe. The Nomai abandoned the settlement over growing concerns about its stability. There's more to explore here. Right, okay. Yes, pilot me directly into Timberhearth. That's what I wanted. Let's try again. Activities detected? Where? Okay, you shall go concoct dinner. Enjoy dinner. I have growing concerns about stability, too. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Here's where we were before. Let's traverse it a little bit quicker this time. Okay. We were here. We're looking for that gravity crystal path. Sorry, I've gone quiet. I'm concentrating. This has a sort of a worrying element of if I lose sight of these things, then I will just fall in a random direction and probably perish. There we go. Okay, we've reached the new settlement now, I guess. Doesn't look like it's in particularly great shape. Oh, look. Ghost matter. I'm looking forward to when we get the Master Sword or whatever and can just clean up ghost matter so that we can go in the places that we were previously prohibited to go. That's the symbol of that has been associated with Brittle Hollow in the past, I think. We can walk on this wall, but to what end? What? To any end? I don't think, actually. some writing. School District. Meltwater District. Eye Shrine District. Black Hole Forge District. It'd be real nice if I could find some trees. Alright, which one of these interests me the most? Meltwater District. Black Hole Forge District. Probably Black Hole Forge District. Is that an option? No, the roof's caved in. Can't remember what this was, whether this was the school district or the Meltwater district. I think it was the school district. But so I'm going to pause for a second here so I don't suffocate. So Black Hole Forge District has that double spirally symbol that seems to be associated with the warp point from Ash Twin. So maybe we get there from there at some future point when it's appropriately late in the time loop and we can make it to Ash Twin when there's enough sand cleared. But for right now, what to do? Is there anything up here? Really doesn't feel like it. Let's go to the next district. Yes, yes, yes. Gone away. That seems like a bad sign. No, this is where I entered from. Shit. Where I entered from is Meltwater District. School District is one down. Eye Shrine District is one up. Let's go to School District while we still can. Are there two towers that go up? There seem to be. And I'm dead. Bonk. Okay, well, we found an avenue of exploration on Brittle Hollow. That's more than we had before. Gasp. So watching that thing fire. It doesn't look like it went in the same direction as last time. Why would it not go in the same direction as last time if each time loop is like the previous? Huh. Actually, let's look at ship's log, see if anything updated. Nope. Still to explore in these two places. It's suggesting that there's more to explore in the old settlement. Whether where I got to from there was the Hanging City or not, I'm not sure. Well, let's go. Get out of the way, Timber Earth. There we go. Not into the volcanic moon, please. No. Not B, the other X. Spin the planet underneath us. Get to the distress beacon. Shit. Oh, bother. Did not mean for that to happen, did I? Well, we haven't done this in a while. Let's do this. Station. Let's rotate it. And off we go. very nearly killed me. We're a ways from the old settlement and from our ship, though, so I don't know what exactly it's going to serve us by being here. Start walking and see if we get anywhere, but... It's awfully inconsiderate of these planets not to have oxygen. Oasis of civilization in the middle of the unforgiving solar system. Let's see if we can find our way this time without falling into the black hole. Use caution. Thank you. I was going to proceed with reckless abandon, but now, since you suggested it, I will use caution. Now, is there more to explore here, or does it mean that there's more to explore on the other side of the gravity crystal bridge? Let's assume for the moment that they mean this settlement, specifically. Not close enough to read that. How can I get close enough to read that? I'm following. God damn it. Again? It's harder to land on this when it's rotating. Gonna need that jet fuel when I land again. There we go. Welcome to Whitehall Station. Shut up, Reg. Zoop. Now, do we have enough time to do any exploration before the sun blows up? That looks like a no. Should we just watch the pretty picture? Excuse me. How do we get back down? Oh, come on. I could stand on those in, name of other planet that escapes me. Whoa. What? We'll hang out with this guy until the sun blows up. Oh, you launched. That's great. Great job, you. Wow, I guess that means I've been out here a while, huh? Well, this is Brittle Hollow, but you probably knew that. I found the note. Ooh, okay. We can talk to this guy about stuff. But what kind of trouble? Where did the escape pod emerge from? I saw the old settlement. Isn't it amazing? Hard to believe the settlement is still standing, but there it is. It really makes you appreciate living somewhere like Timber Hearth. You know, somewhere that isn't being constantly bombarded with meteors and rocks and stuff. I saw the Hanging City on Brittle Hollow. You visited the Hanging City? Oh gosh, how was it? Was it amazing? Was it beautiful? Was it scary? The Hanging City is where the Nomai settled permanently on Brittle Hollow. It was their most advanced settlement here. Why they chose to build their most advanced settlement so close to a you-know-what is beyond me. Maybe that kind of thing makes sense to a Nomai, though. Maybe they needed the black hole for something. ASMR. I saw the Sunless City on Ember Twin. You mean there's another Nomai city inside of Ember Twin? That's incredible. A whole city, and I had no idea it existed. This is great. How did they keep the sand out? If it were me, I'd be nervous about getting buried in the caves by that awful river of sand. Gosh, the Nomai sure were ingenious, building an entire settlement underground. The Sunless City. Wow. That means there were two groups of Nomai, one that lived on Ember Twin and one that lived here on Brittle Hollow. But they must have traveled around the solar system, since Nomai writing can be found on other planets, too. Okay, I think that's everything we've talked to him about. Okay, we're all refilled. Is the sun going nova? Not quite yet. But I'm not sure I know my way out of here. He said you could see the Hanging City from here. Doesn't mean you can get to it from here, Is there a way out of here? The Tower of Quantum Knowledge, west 190 meters. Oh, there's some gravity crystals. I'd like to get over there, but I'm not sure that's realistic. Ooh. Gravity cannon, east 400 meters. That was deeply unpleasant. I made it this far, though. Guess that's the part to focus on and not how I'll eventually have to get back up that path. But wow, this place sure is something. Looks like the Hanging City is north from here, and the east is a gravity cannon. I definitely need to see that. And another thing, I'm detecting oxygen from somewhere below, which is good since I used up a lot of my supply screaming down the during the trip down from the surface. As soon as I stop dry heaving, I'm going to head farther down so I can refill my tank. Hanging City. If only I knew which way north was. Maybe this is north? Seems as likely a direction as any. Hey, that No Man's Sky guy. It's going pretty well. I bumbled my way back into, I think, the Hanging City on Brittle Hollow again. And, so now I'm trying to remind myself... Oh, wait a minute. This isn't... No, this is the Hanging City. This is where I was before. Meltwater District, School District, Eye Shrine District, Black Hole Forge District. So Black Hole Forge District is up that way. How did I get there before? I'm in Meltwater District. It looks like the path all the way up to the Black Hole Forge District is slightly destroyed. That sounds like a supernova. Yeah, that's a supernova. Yeah, we did. There it is. So looking at what direction that was fired in, that looks like the same direction as last time, but not the same as 2 times ago. Weird. Okay. Well, let's go back to Brittle Hollow again and see if we can find anything. I wish I knew what these colors meant. They don't seem to correspond to planets, which would be the thing that I would expect. Because Old Settlement and the Hanging City are both on Brittle Hollow, and they're different colors. I didn't know you could highlight these arrows, yeah. That's neat. Fried rice acquired. How are we doing? Fried rice sounds nice about now. We are doing okay. I bumbled my way back into Reebok, or whatever his name is, on Brittle Hollow, and found my way back to the same, I think it's the Hanging City, but I'm not 100% on that. Where I was before, but not to the exact place that I was several sessions ago, where I was able to actually go into the Black Hole Forge. That still remains a mystery. Stop. Dang it. It's a good thing this piece of crap is so well constructed. I don't know what I'd do if it wasn't. Are we good now? Yes. Let's settle just a little bit further in this direction. There we go. Destroy some baths on the way down while you're about it. Okay. Now, it said there was more to explore at the old settlement. Last time I tried to explore more at the old settlement, the island I was on fell into the black hole, which was a little annoying. Okay, we've already seen that. We've already followed that path to the new settlement. Nothing here, it looks like. How about here? There was a place where I saw some Nomai writing through the window, but that was when that island fell out of the sky. If you look at everything in the game, you'll just start to feel sad for the aliens. That's an interesting perspective. I haven't started to feel sad for the aliens yet. I've started to feel... I don't know how to finish that sentence. what I'd give for a more powerful flashlight. I already been here. Oxygen remaining. I think that's how this loop ends, honestly. Because I don't know of a source of oxygen around here. There it is. That's the thing that I was trying to get to before the island I was on fell into the abyss. This is the way. Scout launcher, maybe? No, obstructed. Can't fit through the window. To it from underneath. It seems like a really unrealistic way to get to it. How are you supposed to get there? See. Yes. There's a hole. I mean, there's a hole in the ground, but I don't have enough rocket pack boostage to get under it, to get there from underneath. I'm just gonna fall into a black hole, but I'm also just gonna suffocate, so maybe I should try. Nope, couldn't get to it from underneath anyway. Almost. Shit. Could have made that. I'm really frustrated about that hidden bit of Nomai writing in that one place in the old settlement. It seems like I should be able to get there, and it seems like that's what it's telling me, or at least it's possible that that's what it's telling me that I should be able to explore. Can you backseat? Sure. Now, see, it's just sent that thing off in another random direction. What it's doing, I have no earthly idea. Please look down a little bit at the old settlement. There's an entire lower floor, and you're just going back and forth between some rooms at the top floor. Okay, fair enough. Also, this rice is pretty bomb. Good, I'm glad. Fried rice is delicious. Make sure we're past Timber Hearth. And that the volcano moon is out of the way. Now we can engage autopilot. A little frustrating they don't show the heads-up display when you're in this mode. Seems like it'd be useful. There we go. Far without the flashlight. Just shows, I guess, how much it's worth. Okay. I see that for a lower level to the old settlement. Oxygen. That's nice. That signifies something important. Okay. I don't understand. Why did the vessel crash in that place? Was the vessel unwell in some way? No, Anona and I checked before the warp, and the warp core and navigation systems were both well. We warped to follow that curious signal from the eye of the universe. Where we arrived was wrong. It wasn't where we tried to go. Suppose it wasn't a problem with the vessel, but with our destination. Come on. I'm afraid for our friends in Escape Pod 3. What is this? Are those bramble things that I saw on Giant's Deep? Okay, so this is the Eye of the Universe symbol. We've seen that before in some places. What these bramble-like things are, I don't know. An escape pod went to the Hourglass Twins. An escape pod went here. And an escape pod got caught by the brambles. Dark bramble? Question mark? Possibly. The pain of your absence is sharp and haunting, and I would give anything not to know it. Anything but never knowing you at all, which would be worse. I can only hope that you are safe, Keek, wherever you are. Sad face. I wonder if some of these bridges break if you land on them too hard. Or if that's just the ones near the escape pod. No further down to go. But I don't think that I have yet seen that that spiral that I was looking in through the window at. This fucking planet. That answers my question about the bridges. There we go. Bonk. Come on, man. I'd like to get in there before I suffocate. There we go. Do tables have a connotation with women in English? That is an interesting sentence. You saw a person complain that it was sexist the first time she was made into a that the first time she made was a table. I don't quite understand. You would write it off, but then 7 other people said the same thing. Oop, there we go. Fuel up. We still haven't been to the Southern Observatory. Or at least not so fast. Often complain about things you don't understand. The sexist association of women and tables is a new one on me. What other kinds of things do they complain about? Let's look at what new stuff is here. It's nice that we got those murals here. A mural of 3 escape pods evacuating the Nomai vessel. A mural of dark bramble ensnaring the Nomai vessel. Okay, so we know that is dark bramble. A mural of a Nomai vessel encountering a signal. Well, the site is Resetera, and there was this whole thing about how the Persona director needed to be fired because he didn't have female friends in school. Ooh, okay, interesting. One of the 3 Nomai escape pods never made it out of Dark Bramble. Huh. Okay, so Dark Bramble is like a living, sinister entity. The Nomai warped to the solar system in a spaceship called the Vessel. They were attempting to follow a signal from the eye of the universe. The vessel crashed somewhere in Dark Bramble. The vessel's warp core broke when the ship crashed in Dark Bramble. Huh. And then there was this very long list of things in the games that the person had made that you couldn't be bothered to read that they said was proof he was unfit to be developing. Unfit to be developing. Okay, well, in any case, we have explored all that they want us to explore in the old settlement. So, let's see if we can get back to the Hanging City and find out what we need to explore there. Well, we're in a Dark Bramble sort of mood. Or, not Dark Bramble, a, Brittle Hollow, sort of mood. You agree with that person, Persona should not have been developed. I've never played it, I can't say. Okay. So landing mode works well if you know where your destination is. But if you're trying to use the heads-up display, it's not so great. Like, if you can see your destination, it's easy to get to it with landing mode. Have I played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance? I very briefly tried it, but decided that I didn't like the whole judge system. It just seemed very weird to me, and I couldn't get into it. Nobody likes being judged. True enough. Particularly not Donald Trump. Been here before? Sonic and Final Fantasy Tactics and Kingdom Hearts, but not new Sonic, new Final Fantasy Tactics, and probably not new Kingdom Hearts. I'm a hipster. I don't remember saying I liked Kingdom Hearts. Old or new. No, the one that's old. Didn't I make Brungo play it? No, that was that Kororimpa? Yeah. What's an odd mix? I feel like that leaves you with only two examples of X, but not new X. Sonic and Final Fantasy Tactics. Yeah, they're definitely not the same kind of game. Oh, damn it, not again. Wait, why am I inside the ship? What? I can use the thrusters, but I can't use the... Oh, there it is. Wasn't working for a second there. That's interesting. Well, it's too late anyway. Run! Run away! Run away! Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Ooh, hello. That's a new sort of death. Now we watch this thing fire, and it goes off. In this direction this time. That's interesting. Oh, does this guy have anything new to say? Nope. Then it shouldn't explode. They get bigger before exploding. It got quite a bit bigger. It should be saved. What is that? That's a Hearthian. That's what we are. The star is exploding because Hearthians? Somebody realized these things live here and decided to strike first. I'm sure that's what it is. Is there one of those "there's more to explore here" markers anywhere except the Hanging City? Oh yeah, the Ash Twin Towers. Alright, well, let's try Brittle Hollow again. Wait for the exploding moon to get out of the way. Now I like starting from the distress beacons because they're easy to find. There. Come on. There we go. Smash some bridges on your way down. Ooh, ouch. My knees. Just to look at this again, this is that Eye of the Universe icon. But we have nothing more to explore here, so we're only here as a stopping point. Where does this path begin again? Ah, right here. Never sure how far you can get from these things before your gravity returns to normal. So we're in the Hanging City now. Or at least near to it. What is the landmark it's pointing us at, though? Somewhere. We're closer on the second level. What is it pointing us to? This is the closest I've been to it in recent memory, but we're not there yet. Can I just rocket over there? Could I just rocket over there? Let's try. Worst thing that happens, I get sucked into the black hole and I can refill my oxygen. Here we go! Hey, worked. We're in a different... Ooh, trees. Nice. Ghost matter. Where? Down there. Must be below me. we find out what that is at some point. I'm sure we must, but... not soon enough. Where is it now? Right on the floor beneath us. Cool. So the crystals themselves aren't ghost matter, it's just that they are near it. Approach with caution. Well, we can't go this way anyway, so we might as well back off. Nice selfie. Background noises are quite unsettling. It's almost as though I'm, you know, only a few kilometers above a black hole. And there's meteors raining down from above. That too. Once again, we cannot get to the black hole forge level because of the collapsed ceiling or floor or whatever this might be. So what did I accomplish by leaping over that way? Anything? Doesn't look like it. And the sun is about to blow up, that's true. But the sun's always about to blow up. Depending on your frame of reference. I can be on both sides of this ghost matter, so what's the point in putting it there? Just to make life difficult? My gravity hadn't switched polarity, I wouldn't have cracked my knees. That's what they all say, I'm sure. Oh, well, at least I can breathe. That's a big red angry sun. Where do we go from here? Turn around. What? What am I looking at? I don't know what you're directing me towards, Bronco. Oh. Some wine. And some writing. Explanation of festivals. All the Nomai clans from all over the universe meet in one place to share what they've learned in science and art. It's called the festival. Don't forget, festivals happen every 10 years. Whose years, though? We can't go because we're stuck here, but Felix says we used to go too. At some festivals, one clan's big discovery can mean all the Nomai get to advance too, like Anona's warp core, which made it so everyone can warp long distances and explore more. Each clan has a festival envoy to show their most interesting work. Our envoy was Thatch. A single festival could last a long, long time. Formation of this universe. No one knows how this universe was made, but one thing we do know is everything used to be very hot and very dense, tightly packed together. As this early universe expanded, it also cooled down. Once it had cooled down enough, particles were able to group together to form things like galaxies, stars, and planets. Since then, space has continued to expand at a faster and faster rate, which is hard to think about for too long without your brain hurting. This universe will keep getting colder and larger until one day the stars and the life they support will all die. That's scary to think about, even though Kanoi tells me it won't happen in our lifetimes, but it'll happen in someone else's someday. Okay, that's interesting, but it didn't say ship log updated, so I can only assume that's not what it was directing me towards. Lore unlocked. Existential doom unlocked. Well, I mean, the news that the universe is going to end someday is not new. So it's not that much existential doom. We don't have warp cores, and we know that. So what next? Those are those 2 towers I climbed up that I can't get all the way up to the top of. These sort of strut things are... I seem to remember moving something in the black hole forge the time I was there that had something to do with these. But I don't know what. Is it time for another flying leap? I want to get to what that marker is pointing at, and I don't know what that marker is pointing at, which makes it difficult. It seems to be pointing into that, just like into the rock somewhere. Oh wait, I've been here before. Black hole forge controls. Have I read these already? The Ash Twin Project refers powerful, highly absorbed barrage will obtain it. How did I get here? I got off at this level, but either this is a different set of towers than I went to before, or I'm just totally turned around, which is equally likely. Black hole forge controls. Is that the sun blowing up? I think that's the sun blowing up. This happened last time I did this. Coincidence? Yeah, probably. Stop making the sun blow up. I'm trying. Now what direction does it go in? I swear that's a different direction every time. Did we unlock anything new here? No. Okay. So, we know how to get there now. Let's try getting there before the sun blows up. First beacon. Oh, no. Yes. Trying to get there faster. You know what? I'm just going to start over the loop. That's so annoying. I know, Brungo told me not to misuse this power, but I don't see what harm could come from misusing it anyway. See, now the thing that it's firing is blasting off into space away from us. It's okay, now that you have the power, it's yours. Just like Captain Planet said. Brittle Hollow is your least favorite planet, you get it. Yeah. I'm trying to think what my favorite planet is now. It's not Brittle Hollow, because Brittle Hollow is where you fall into the black hole and it's annoying. It's not Ash Twin or Ember Twin, because that's where you get crushed by sand and it's annoying. It might be Giant's Deep. So far, that's, like, actually relatively pleasant to navigate. Or maybe it's Timber Hearth. Maybe it's Timber Hearth, because you can just hang out and eat marshmallows and wait for the sun to blow up. You like Giant's Deep because it's hard to die and there's no time constraints while still being dynamic. Yeah, that's fair. I can see that. Hard to die, that is, once you realize that you have to what has to happen when you are on an island that gets launched up into the air. Distress beacon, where are you? Is that you? There we go. I think I am getting better at landing, so that's positive. As far as the navigation goes, this game is not one that plays to my strengths. But fortunately, that has not been enough to kill my enjoyment of it. Beacon. Second beacon. Old city. Try to remember where the path starts. I wonder what these gravity crystal things taste like. Okay. Okay, can't go that way. We get in at the bottom level, we go up one level. Okay. Now that we've gotten here nice and early, let's see if this actually causes the sun to blow up. Okay. So we just moved that thing up those rails. To what end? Just says black hole forge controls. If I could get up there, maybe I could walk into it? read the scroll already? Let's insert it into one of the scroll readers and find out. We should retrieve the warp core from the vessel. Vessel's warp core is broken at best. Okay, I think I've read this already. Oh, it's broken. Now, what does it want me to find here? We've actuated the Black Hole Forge's controls. To what end, we don't know. I have a feeling I've read this one as well. Let's make sure. Could craft an advanced warp core. The vessel's warp core. Pretty sure I've read all this before. Ship log not updated, which means we knew this already. Pretty sure we knew this already. Let's read it just to make sure. Yeah, stuff all stuff we've read already. The hanging city marker is still pointing somewhere else, though. Ooh, what's this? I feel strange trying to create a Nona's warp core without him. At times it still feels strange to no longer be his very young apprentice, and for the Black Hole Forge to be in my care and not his. I think I read this before. To have the chance to try is thrilling, but I don't... getting any closer to it. It's always somewhere else. What's up there? Have I been there before? The scout has never been particularly helpful to me. This is the closest I've been to the Hanging City marker. I think. Yeah, it's level with that second level. I came down here because I wanted to go across the bridge and see if that got me any closer to it. Or at least close enough that I could look up and get to it. We're currently about equidistant from it. Ah, right, ghost matter. Whoa. Wait a second, is there a gravity crystal in them? Oh, there is. Oh, that's because this is where I came in. Okay, fair enough. Well, I am currently not sure how to proceed, which is probably a decent place to be because I have 2 more days to percolate on this. And I think that's going to be about it for tonight. You're welcome. If anybody out there who's lurking, thank you as well for watching. If you like this, there's going to be probably quite a bit more of it as I brave these outer wilds and try to figure out what's going on. Thanks for watching. Give me one quick second, and I will raid you out into Brungo's stream.